What's up, YouTube? This is a GMC Yukon 1500 with a 5.3 liter. We're doing in and out of tie rods. You want to turn your steering wheel. First thing you want to do, turn your steering wheel whatever side you're doing so that you can get the tie rod to have access to it. This bottom bolt, that's an 18 millimeter. I already took that off. You really don't care about this right here because you're gonna take it out anyway. Now before you do this right here, before you do that, you need to loosen this up. It's a 22 millimeter. So just take that counterclockwise. I hit it with a hammer, knock it down, lube this up with some spray. Right. You want to loosen this up first, okay? Then once you knock this out, you're gonna count how many turns. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, I'd say 23, 24. And you want to remember that because that's going to be for your alignment. And so the reason I always spray this is so I can take these nuts off real easy. You got to take this. The reason you got to take this nut off because you got to get that boot off. So just take that off. I think it's a 2003, but they're all the same. It's all, they haven't changed any at all really. This is pretty much the same for every vehicle too. Just pull that boot. Sometimes you got like a little clamp or something like that. And this one, really, you don't have to pull the boot off because it's built into it. On this one, there's no clamp, but see the new part is gonna come with a boot anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. Now what you do want to do, get a tie rod tool, or you can just get like a crescent wrench. You know what I'm saying? And in this case, you can actually reach this. Usually what you do is you find right adapter to fit right on here. So which one is it? I just did the other side, but anyway, you get my point. Find the right adapter to fit on there. Man, last one, it got to be this one. It is. Anyways, so you find the one that fit on there pretty snug and tight. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this tool, you're gonna put it, boom, right on there, right here, just like that. Yes. And a tie rod tool. See these nudges? You gotta line up with them notches right there. Just take that, line it up, and then turn it counterclockwise right here with a big, just turn it counterclockwise. I'm gonna need 2 hands for this. So, or if you don't want to do that, you just get the crescent wrench. You can't, a lot of cars is too tight and there ain't no room for to get a wrench down in there. But anytime you can get a wrench down in there, I love to take advantage of that opportunity and just try to, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So I'm gonna need 2 hands for that. But that's all you gotta do. Okay, so like I said, just Get your crescent wrench if you can get it in there. That's all you're gonna do. Just turn it. You might have to flip it around. Usually it's real tight down here. There ain't no room, and you gotta have that tool. But whenever you can cheat, I guess, get away with it. And see, I'm just turning it by hand now. Usually once you knock it loose, you know what I'm saying, it'll come out. Once you get it loose, it'll come out by hand. Once you just break it free. So I just twist it till you don't have to count this one. Then take a new one. Sometimes they have like a little spring, like a little clip, like a washer that goes in between the inner tie. This the inner tie rod, and this your outer tie rod. And sometimes they have like a washer that goes right there. It's like a special little washer. Not all of them do, and you don't really have to put it in there. But it's, you know, you're supposed to put it in there. People don't always do what they're supposed to do, though. Okay, and so usually at this point, you would have to slide the boot on. So you would take this off, slide on a new boot after you tighten this up. So first you want to make sure it's tight. Tight. Okay. Now what was it? 23, 24 turns. Usually like to hit it. A little bit of lube here. Then starting at the bottom. You're gonna do 23, 24 turns. See, at this point right here, usually on most cars, like I said, you have to use the inner tie rod tool. You would be, you know, just spinning this counterclockwise. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I just do like 23. And then they can adjust it, you know, after you do replace suspension parts, you want to always get in alignment, and that's how you adjust the toe, is you just loosen this up, and then you got this groove right here, and then you just turn this right here to adjust the toe. And at this point right here, you know, before you put this on, you got to make sure your boot's on there. Most cars, you know, you got to take this bolt off, slide the boot on, put a new boot on, the real big bellows boot. But this one right here, you don't have to do that. So then, let's go ahead and take castle nut, or your locking nut, whatever. Slide that in there. Now see, I'm gonna turn it one more time because I see I want to have a little space right there. So, okay. Now, clean that up right there. Now you gotta do, tighten that down. Put your Zerk fitting on there, fill it up with grease. Tighten this up. Where my 22 wrench at? Anyway, there we go. Tighten up. Not too tight, cause you know you gonna have to pop that loose to do the alignment. So I try to be considerate of the next man. You know, a lot of mechanics, they like to be assholes and throw each other under the bus. But usually, if you good, you're gonna be the only one working on the car because they gonna keep coming back. So I try to be considerate. And I'm gonna just get that right there to line up. Then you're gonna take your clip, cotter pin. Take your cotter pin, slide that right inside that hole right there. I take the long side and I put it, face it downwards, face the long side downward because you want to grab that long side and just bend it like that. Okay, then you want to take this dirt fin. You can see it's got grease in there, but probably not a whole lot. So you want to top it off. You want to add grease until it start coming out right here a little bit. You'll see a little bit start to shoot out. That's how you know it's full. And that's it right there. You know, then take it to get in alignment. So that's inner tie rod, outer tie rod. Now, sometimes I run into problems where this right here don't want to turn. It gets stuck. So I usually grab this with a locking pliers, some locking jaw pliers, hold that down, or you can grab this little 13mm edge right here. See, that's a flat surface. That's for a 13mm on most cars. And then hold that, and then you know you can take this, and then this right here I usually take like a big long socket. Put it here, and I put a long extension on the bottom, and then I just spin this right here, you know what I'm saying, and then I spin, you know, put this on the bottom, and then just spin it like that with the long extension, you know what I'm saying, if it gets stuck. And then sometimes it's so bad I gotta cut it. So sometimes, you know, you just can't get this shit off, or some, you know, shit break and you have to cut it. Usually I try to cut it, you know, like up here, close to the inner. It just depends on where's the problem's at. Sometimes you got to cut it down this way, this way, this way. Just depends on where you're having problems at. But sometimes you have to cut it off, and then, you know, take it like that. Anyways, it's a 2003 GMC Yukon. It's a 5.3 liter. It's a 1500 motor. So inner and outer tie rods. Don't forget to like and subscribe to videos if you want them pro tips. Peace.